Our heart is a muscle. Its function is to pump the blood around the body. This pump is made up of several cell types, which work simultaneously and harmoniously to optimize the activity of the cardiac muscle. Among these cell types are the cardiomyocytes, which have the wonderful capability of contracting in rhythm, synchronically. There are also fibroblasts, cells which secrete the extracellular matrix in order to support the organization of the cardiomyocytes into tissue. Cardiac function can be affected by various types of deterioration. Just as we ourselves do, the heart grows old and tires as a natural physiological process. But it also suffers the consequences of the numerous pathological aggressions by which many of us are affected in our lives: diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, tobacco smoke, and so on. These deteriorations in its operation may be sudden, as in the case of a heart attack or myocardial infarction. As a result of these various aggressions, the cardiac fibroblasts multiply and modify the composition of the extracellular matrix. This leads to the cardiac muscle hardening and becoming rigidified, and it is then no longer able to function so well as a pump. Scientists call this condition interstitial cardiac fibrosis. The heart loses its suppleness and beats less effectively, leading to breathlessness, tiredness, and discomfort. Doctors concentrate on treating the risk factors, such as diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, or tobacco smoke, which are the cause of the progressive or sudden deterioration in cardiac function. But the new idea is to concentrate directly on the mechanisms which lead to the fibrosis of the cardiac muscle, in order to improve prevention of the fibrosis, and so relieve sufferers' discomfort and increase their expectancy of a reasonable quality of life. This also means developing new therapies for combating the fibrosis. This is the focus of the work being carried out by 11 European research laboratories, with European Union funding, under the direction of INSERM, the French National Institute for Medical Research. Under the name Fibro-Targets, the project brings hope for the future. Today, millions of Europeans suffer from this condition. The research being undertaken will offer them both relief and treatment. Understanding the mechanisms of the fibrosis, enabling its detection, and finding new molecules to prevent it developing are the goals of the passionate and dedicated research teams. The results of this research will also be useful for other pathologies affecting the liver and lungs, in which tissue fibrosis plays a key part. Our population is aging, and the number of people affected by fibrosis will increase in future years. So this medical research project is of paramount importance.